What's up guys, welcome to the first tip video that I'm making. So I literally just got 93 RC, and in this video I'll be explaining how to find items and which items not to do, and yeah, pretty much that. So first you have to go to the G. I don't use the G database at all because I don't really find it helps, and I'm not really sure how to do it, but if you're experienced enough, then you should be able to find a good item. So what you have to do is, if you have less than 5 mil, I suggest doing foods like rocktail or shark, something like that. Then just buy it for a really high price and see what it buys for. 2.5k. Then sell it. And you have to sell it low enough for it to buy instant, otherwise there's no point. So 35 GP margin. So with 5 mil you could buy 2k, and that's 70k profit, and they're pretty fast. I can just show you. So you can just check your offer. Sorry, I just did it wrong there. Sorry about that. 2466. So I'll just pause the video and I'll show you in 5 minutes where they're at. Just a quick update, this is literally like 500 bought in 2 seconds. So I'll show you when they're all bought. I just thought I'd quickly explain something I find it really helpful. So say if you're not sure if you've been cut, which is basically when someone's buying them for higher than you. Oh look, they were bought. But anyway, so say if someone had an offer in for 2467, that means that they would get all the rocktails that are coming in and you would get none. So the best way to check if you've been cut is to sell one for really low. So obviously I'd have an offer in. I'd have an offer buying rocktails. So you sell it for really low. Then if it sells to you, so just the imaginary offer, if it updates and you get another rocktail, then that means that you haven't been cut. If it sells to someone else and your offer is still, there's 0 collected in the box, then that means that you need to update your offer and it will show the price that they sold for. So then another useful tip is, if you're not sure if you've been cut, so you're not sure if the selling price has changed while you were buying them, you can just say if the limit was 2000, then you could sell one and then buy another one for high. But as the limit's like 25,000 or something, it doesn't really matter. It's more important when you're flipping armors. So 2500. So the best way is just to sell it a tiny bit under, just any number. But if you think about it, the more you sell it under, then you're losing less profit, but there's less chance of them updating their offer to lower than yours, unless they actually price check it again, if that makes sense. So you can do the same thing when they're buying, which is you buy one for very high. If it buys from you, then that means yours is still the best offer. So that means that you haven't been cut. And again, if it buys from someone else, then it means you need to update your offer. So while these are selling, I'll just quickly go over a few points. The main point is never flip an item that's crashing like really badly, because chances are by the time you flipped it, the price would have crashed further and you'll lose so much money. It's happened to me before and it's really annoying. Second point is that I hate to give out items because it annoys me so much. I get so many PMs asking what should I flip, what should I flip, and it benefits you if you look for it yourself, because on the way you'll find out which items are bad, which are good, and then you can create your own list of items. So when you're on your own, you can go through your list and just price check them all. If they have a good margin or not, then you found your item. So just there you saw that one bought that could suggest that I've been cut. So if none buy in a bit, then I've probably been cut. And the last point is that items aren't just good. Sometimes they're like my best items. Most of the time they'll be rubbish margin or something. And what makes them good is that they're either reliable or they can have a massive margin. So no items just have a big margin. So that's why you have to create a list of items that have been good, and then you can go through them, price check them all until you find a good one. So I'm just going to quickly check if I've been cut or not. See, someone's put an offer for lower than me, so I have to update the offer. Voltails are pretty good to flip because I only bought 2k and I'll make like 70k, and I could have bought 12 times as many, so it's pretty good profit. If you have over 5 mil, you can try items like just search for any barrows piece. I suggest don't do helmets or weapons because they're generally not very good, so stick to top and bottom. So the cheaper ones are like Verax or like this one. This is quite good sometimes. Maybe Torax, stuff like that. And then more expensive is maybe Arims, that can be really good. Something like that. And then you could try maybe Darox. That's pretty good. And then you can do sets if you want. So above 5 mil I suggest doing these until you have a bit more money, say 30 mil, then you can start doing bigger items. But stick to foods below 5 mil. Okay, these all just sold. So that was pretty fast. It probably took about, I don't know, 10 minutes. For when you have 5 mil, 70k is quite a lot. So that's like 400k in an hour. It's quite a lot. And considering you can have one offer of these and then maybe some shot, maybe I don't know, some armors or something in here. You can fill all the spaces, and that's how you make loads of money. And also, many people think that there's a strict list of items that you can flip, but you can technically flip any item. So it doesn't just have to be the mainstream like Bandos, DFS. Even though they're really good, you could technically flip a top hat or something, or glories, or anything. So you just got to experiment a bit. You've got to, if you think about it, if you price check it and it's a really bad item, then that means the margin's going to be quite small, which means you won't have lost much money from the price check. If it's a really good item, then that means you will have lost quite a lot from the price check, but that means you can flip it. So I'll just quickly I think of an item. maybe mage's book or something. Just quickly price check it. You just buy it high enough so that it buys instantly. So 2868. 2835, so that's alright. I wouldn't usually flip it. I usually flip like 500k profit and above, but that's because I'm a bit picky. Other items you could try is maybe Infinity Top or something, but you just got to explore the G. Just any item you can think of, I don't know, Statius or something. That used to be really good. Fury, DFS, Claws, all of them are really good to flip, so you just got to explore a bit. I hope this helped, and I'll see you in the next flipping video. I'm not really sure what it's going to be on at the moment, but I'll probably decide tonight, so I'll see you next time. Just thought I'd put this in because at the end of the video I was putting mage's books. I was buying them, so I bought 10 for 2.83 mil, and now the selling price is 2.94 each, so that's like 1 mil profit, which is pretty nice. I got a bit lucky out of that, but that's what happens. You can get lucky with flipping, and you can get unlucky, but generally if you're careful, then you don't really lose much money.